Number 10. The following question has two parts. Answer part A, then part B. Part A. In the Diary of Anne Frank, Act 2, why does Mrs. Van Daan object when Anne and Peter begin spending a lot of time together? A. She is afraid that Peter and Anne may run off and betray the hiding place. B. She is jealous that Peter is showing affection to someone else. C. She worries about what Anne may be writing about Peter in her diary. D. She thinks that Mr. Van Daan would disapprove of the relationship. Part B. Which quotation from the Diary of Anne Frank, Act 2, best supports the answer to Part A? A. Pootie, where are you going? What do you want? Pootie, what are you going to do? B. I don't know what good it is to have a son. I never see him. He wouldn't care if I killed myself. C. He needs more food than the rest of us. He's used to more. He's a big man. D. There would have been plenty for all of us if you hadn't come in here. Number 11. The following question is two parts. Answer part A, then part B. Part A. In scene 3, why does Mrs. Frank order the Van Daans to leave the secret annex? A. She believes that the Allies will liberate Amsterdam soon. B. She believes that the Van Daans have betrayed their hiding place. C. She is furious about what Mr. Van Daan has just been caught doing. C or D. She is tired of petty arguments between Mr. and Mrs. Van Daan. Part B. Which quotation from the Diary of Anne Frank best supports the answer to Part A? A. You should be ashamed of yourself, talking that way. Think how lucky we are. B. No, I don't mean to suggest anything wrong. I only wish you wouldn't expose yourself to criticism. C. Your own son Peter. I've heard him moan in his sleep he's so hungry. And you come in the night and steal food? That should go to them. To the children. D. If my husband had any obligation to you, he's paid it over and over. I should have spoken out long ago. Remember, you're finding out why Mrs. Frank wants him to leave the annex. Okay? Number 12. Anne tells Peter, I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are really good at heart. How does her attitude affect the ending of the Diary of Anne Frank, Act 2? A. It adds suspense because it is doubtful that Anne keeps that attitude. B. It makes the ending more moving because Anne is the victim of evil. C. It softens the ending because Anne has found a friend in Peter. D. It reveals why Mr. Frank returns to the attic after the war. Analyze craft and structure. 13. In scene 1, Margot says, sometimes I wish the end would come. What motivates her to make such a statement? A. She wants to stop living in fear. B. She wants to make Anne angry. C. She wants the others to feel sorry for her. Or D. She wants someone to give her more food. 14. In the Diary of Anne Frank, Mrs. Van Daan becomes extremely upset when her husband insists on selling her fur coat. What is the most reasonable inference to make about her motivation? A. She wants to keep it in case an urgent need for food or medicine arises. B. She needs it for warmth because the attic is always cold and drafty. C. She treasures it as a reminder of her carefree life before the war. D. She intends to give it to Anne or Margot as a gift after the war. 15. In the Diary of Anne Frank, what is Anne's motivation for spending so much time with Peter? A. She wants to annoy Mrs. Van Daan. B. She thinks that Peter understands her. C. She hopes to make Margot jealous of her. Or D. She wants Peter to teach her how to dance.